is raining. All three divisions so far have had dry qualifying, dry races. It's just their luck really that they've got a wet quali. I'm looking forward to this one, Jordan. So joining me in the commentary box for his commentary debut, Psycho Swish, who's from our Division 2. How are you doing, Jordan? Looking forward to this one?
Oh, thank you very much. Yep, I'm looking forward to this one definitely. It should be exciting qualifying. It throws a bit of a spanner into the works for everyone who's probably doing some TT and dry. Of course, it depends as well. What's the weather like for the race? That'll be very
exactly.
interesting.
Be interesting to see whether it stays wet throughout qualifying or whether it dries up at all.
Definitely.
If anyone is in the chat, just let me know if you can hear the engine sounds, because I can't currently hear anything other than
if you
our own voices.
Hear engine sounds, quickly hit your export button and then go back on the game. As I couldn't hear anything for a second, and now I can.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Okay, so currently on outlaps we have Stocky, Dame Zero, who's going to be the first one round, we think.
The first one round will be GR8. Still great.
GR8. So, a few new names that have joined our brand new Division 4, as well as some old dogs from last season's Division 3. Of course, the likes of Big G, Recall, Dame Zero will all be starting as potential pre-season favourites for this division. GR8 looks like the first man that's going to come round. It's going to be an interesting season. Verstappen, of course, showed some good race pace. But we'll see what they can come up with in the wet.
As here with GR8, he's coming in to Jones and then into Brabham here. He's got a decent exit, it's taking a little bit tentative, but you can't blame him. It's the first lap, he just wants to just get a banker, see how the car feels. He's coming into the lovely no-name chicane, aka turn 3. He's went way too deep.
Oh, he's gone off.
I think he's abandoned the lap. Oh, probably. I mean, the game's invalidated him for that. What?
Yeah.
Great game.
Conditions look tricky.
I think actually the next car would be, judging by...
I think there's a Haas.
Shadow Wolf. I think it is Shadow Wolf.
Shadow Wolf.
Yeah, Shadow Wolf.
Yeah. Okay. So Shadow, of course, in the Renault this year. And he's still really not invalidated. Okay. That game decides when it wants to allow people to extend the go beyond the lines and not. There's a Haas getting well out of the way there.
Rocking the number 27 for your boy Nico Hülkenberg.
Yes.
I think we've got a yellow flag
from the super sub.
Yellow flag there. Oh, it's just a car. It is just a Jeff Master Flash letting people go by. I think he might have lost it coming out of turn 2. And it sees invalidated. He doesn't have any damage on the car though, which is good.
Oh, Shadow Wolf! Oh! Very nearly loses it in flip-flop there. I said it on the Division 2 race. You either invalidate or die.
Yes.
That is what that corner is for.
So actually, Stocky's going to be the first person to finish a lap. He's been a bit too deep into the last chicane. He's coming round Prost onto the start-finish straight. He's taking it nice and tentative. Plants the foot down. You can't spin it here. I don't think so. So 1:35.4 is the first lap so far in quali.
So let's see who else is coming round next. I believe Shadow Wolf.
Dames in the
of
third
course,
sector.
we know he made that mistake.
He's coming round Stuart here. Now, he's invalidated somehow. According to the game, he's invalidated. Even though it's a major understeer. Okay, game.
Just seen Familiar come across to the 35.6.
Yeah, I'm going to go off a hunch here. I'm just going to... I'm going to assume here, this might be a bit dangerous, but it seems like a lot of cars are understeered. Oh, it's Jamie the Gee has went fast on a 33.9. I'm going to assume here that possibly a lot of cars, that might be a dry race. It seems like a lot of cars are understeering, so they maybe have set up for the race.
Good lap from Jamie the Gee, going into the 33.9s now.
Okay, so fair play to Jed. Oh, there's a car behind him just lost. That was Headhunter losing his back end there slightly. Coming round.
Button is about to come across, so we'll see what the other racing point can do. Pedal to the metal, comes across the line, a 35.5, almost matches his teammate there.
Very nice lap. That's what you're wanting from the two teammates. You want your teammates to be close. Of course, as they say, your first rival is, of course, your teammate.
Yep. Arntz, of course, has returned to ERN. He's trying no traction, we
He's lost the
believe,
back end coming
here
out
in
of
Division
turn
4.
two.
And as we talk
He's
about the
nearly
no traction
he's
control,
nearly
he's trying.
bottom-assed it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's unlucky.
that is unfortunate for Arntz there. He got his first lap in, so he's got his banker in.
That was
Jamie McGee
possibly
looking like the man to beat at the moment.
possibly a bit of the commentator's curse there from yourself,
Yeah.
Massey.
Yeah,
Think is there any other
I
cars
threw
on
that
the fast
commentator's
lap? Actually,
curse.
fast scope is in the third sector coming round Stewart.
There we go. Yeah, I threw that commentator's curse
Looks
on our
quite
league owner
nice.
on Monday.
And here he is, he's coming round Prost, looks not too bad.
Ooh, Recoil, 33.7,
Nice.
great lap from Recoil.
So scope to run out of ERN's across the line, that might cost him a bit. Maybe a 34,
Looking good.
34.3, put some P3.
So again, good luck from Fast Scope there, but Recoil's time, now he's the one to beat, just
Oh!
under 3/10 ahead of the
Recoil.
Williams.
No, it's not Recoil, that's
Oh.
fast scope. That's fast scope, he lost the back end coming out of turn 2.
It does look tricky out there, doesn't it? It's pretty slippery, especially around that
Did he
first
get any line
section.
damage? Yes, he lost the front right end plate.
So who else have we got? We've got
The Rash is on a
Rashi
hot
on a lap. So Rashi, one of the new drivers. Of course, we know him from a league we run on. We participate in on Sundays. So it's be interesting to see how he can compete with some of these guys. Keeping it nice and steady so far. Of course, he's not going to want to. Oh, as I say that, he gets the rear end right out. Working as he goes through sector 1.
What's the fastest? It was a 30.8 and the fastest was 4 tenths off. Well, looks like Stocky's just actually went P4 on a 34.4. Nicely done.
There is a Williams coming up behind him, but they're both on fast laps. This is going to compromise Jeff Master Flash, but of course Rashi is on a fast lap as well. So he doesn't. I mean, if you're on a fast lap, you're not going to want to be moving that people's way.
Flat. I think actually Rashi is technically after those yellow flags. What's that for?
Recoil goes even faster.
For big,
33.4, good lap from Recoil. Again, Rashi getting that rear end out a bit, just stamping on the loud pedal. And yeah, Jeff Master Flash right behind him now. But again, Rashi's on a quick lap, so.
Jeff Master Flash does pit though.
Oh yeah, he's bailed out of that one. Probably going back
end
in, going to wait
is
for some space.
so twitchy. That's just what makes me think
He's
some
struggling
drivers
a bit,
are set
isn't
up
he?
for the dry. 35.8,
So
put
he
some
comes
P10.
across.
P10.
Yeah, you'd like to think there's a bit more time in there for him. Maybe that rear end was a bit happy around that lap.
Well, actually, Dame Zero's on a lap currently. Still yet to set
The
a
man,
lap, of course.
the myth, the legend, the Scouse Crofty, as we like to call him. Did a great job
here, nice
in
and tight. A little bit of a shorter shift to help his traction. That's what you want to do there. Just make sure you do not touch that outside wall. Could possibly be a bit tighter on the left, just to gain probably half a tenth. But he's a purple middle sector apparently part of the game. Nice. You want to be aggressive, but you don't want to be too aggressive. You'll spin it there. That's such a bad corner in this game. Does look quite nice though. I'm going to pick it in, hope the car sticks. You've got to worry about the traction coming out. Looks nice, he's coming round Stewart here. Oh, he missed the apex a little bit, it's where he invalidated earlier. Still kept it in. Yeah, nice and tight here, he's coming up to the final chicane cross. I think he backed off actually. I think he's going for another lap. Yeah, he's going for another lap. However, this will be his first lap on the board. Now he's backed out and that was a 34.5.
So backing off and still into the 34s, looking promising for Dame Zero then.
I'm
of
going to go
course,
check his sector times quickly. So actually he was half second down in the first, and then 24.7, which actually no, it wasn't in fact the fastest middle sector. Oh, the fastest middle sector was Recoil on the 24.5, however, Recoil's fastest lap he did drop ST times in the middle sector to himself.
Redman has invalidated his
Rashi's
second
retired.
attempt.
Where's Rashi?
Rashi's out.
Just say that and
he's
Shadow
retired in
Wolf
the
spawn again.
pits, I believe.
Shadow Wolf spawn again out of turn 2.
Oh, unlucky Shadow
This is
Wolf.
such a
Yeah, I think
dangerous
Rashi's.
spot.
So Rashi must be maybe Rashi's content with his lap, or maybe he's thinking,
Oh, Shadow Wolf spawn
Yeah.
again.
oh, let's take it
no,
easy,
he's
Shadow
doing a
Wolf.
raggy Nathan. He's doing a raggy Nathan. Headhunter's
First ever
actually
teammate of mine in
on
ERN.
another lap.
Headhunter.
Got another yellow flag.
I think that's still
LH.
Shadow Wolf's yellow flag
LH spun it
sector.
as well.
Oh, the other Renault's gone, has he?
Renault's. Oh, if Cyril Abitbo
Not
was
going
still
well
there,
for the
you'd be
Renaults at the
having
moment.
a nightmare.
Yeah, a few cars naturally struggling in these conditions. Still some cars, quite a few cars yet to put laps in, so they're going to have to get a bit of a shuffle on. I'll go back on to Headhunter, who is moving out of people's way, so he's obviously abandoned this attempt.
Of course, so we've
who's else
still
have we got on our
got
lap now?
Headhunter Verstappen, who's not actually came out yet. In fact, saying that he's coming out now. We've got
A-Turk on a lap, actually.
A-Turk, yep. And we've got LH, who invalidated his lap. He's going to have to come in and get a new front wing. Of course, there's 6 minutes left in the session. There's still plenty of time. Of course, if this is a dry race, if you're new to Formula 1, all drivers will get a choice of tyres at the start.
Oh! A-Turk's just gone straight on at the second to last corner.
Oh.
Is he gonna pit? Yeah, he's abandoning that one.
invalidated.
LH will be abandoning. So Jeff Master Flash on his outlap. We've heard some rumours of some good dry pace from Jeff Master Flash. We'll see how his wet pace is in a second. Obviously invalidated earlier
I
on.
think G8 might have lost the back end as well. I think he's missing his front left end plate. No, not the end plates are both there. I think he possibly could have been getting away, however he was on a normal lap.
Who else have we got? So Stocky currently on a 34.4. Big G on a lap and
Jimmy
is
the Geese,
nearly 3 tenths up on his time.
He's missing his right side of his wing as well.
Oh no, that's not good. He had some good pace in the
Think of
wet.
the money. Think of the money people were losing. Well, not us, the game. BJ Malley would be throwing a fit.
Could you imagine if EA owned this game now? There would be some money being spent on new parts. Big G, as I mentioned, is up on his time at the moment. Let's see what he can do as he comes around into the final sector now. Of course, driving my... he's in the Ferrari team that I'm part of. Less said about my race, the better, really. Hopefully he has a better race than I did.
As Dame
We'll
Zero's
see how
actually on a new lap now. Now let's see what it can do, and it doesn't let off in the last corner. He just keeps the rest of the lap tight. Looks nice. They're coming into 3 and 4.
G coming across the line, what's it going to be? He improves to 5th with a 34.2. So
Nice
Rico's
done.
time still looking like the benchmark.
Dame's up 3.5
so-
times on his own personal best.
He's pushing. Button in the pits has currently got some medium... oh no, he switched back to intermediates. I thought, does he know
I bet
something
he's
we
been
don't?
checking the Delta.
Yeah. Right, so Dame...
Dame's lap. You know what, the car
to the
just
end
looks...
of sector two.
I was just about to say the car looks planning. It's a little bit of a wiggle from the back right. Still looks good though. It still looks good. He's 6 tenths up on his middle sector, which I'm pretty sure that is near enough the fastest middle sector.
Oh, takes flip-flop really nicely there. Of course,
Yep,
We're using
24.5,
Dame's
so
own,
it's technically 3
word for
tenths
that.
up right now. In fact, he's matching recoil so far on these laps.
it's looking good for
Jeff Master
McLaren.
Flash
Jeff
goes
Master
P2.
Flash goes second.
Just keeps it nice and tucked in there. There you go. That's more time back that he lost earlier. And there he goes. There is just
Across
short
the
shift.
line, where's he going to put it?
Could have possibly been a bit more aggressive coming out. I don't think it's pole.
Oh, 200ths of a second separate the McLarens. Good lap from Dame. I said if he was getting used to that wheel, he'd be up there, and maybe he's been doing some practice on
Jeff
it.
Master
We know
Flash
he
is in
likes his
first place in
5
the first
lappers.
sector though. 30.7 in first.
Lap times are
Is
maybe
the
they're
track
starting to come down
evolution
now.
starting to come to the drivers and help them a bit? Is the track drying out? Possibly.
Yellow's flag. I think there's a
Bit of a
win
lock up for
somewhere.
Jeff Master Flash. Big G goes pole. Big G goes pole.
Big G puts the Ferrari on pole. No biased here, but come on, Big G. Come on, Ferrari. We need those points after
Jeff
my
Master Flash
disappointment.
is 6 tenths up. 6 tenths up. That put him on a 33 flat
pushing.
right now.
He is pushing.
He's going for it. The track may be drying up actually. Have we seen drivers improving their laps, or is it just people who are finally nailing the laps? This is so unpredictable right now.
Do we think Rashi has probably made a mistake by retiring? Did he think it was maybe going to get worse? And because it looks a little bit lighter to me now. It's still raining, which is...
massive return the pits or abandoned. It's abandoned.
Oh, okay.
Has he got one more set of tyres? Is he going to just go for the lighter fuel and just
Maybe.
bomb it and hope it's going to be enough?
So proven light.
So
must have
Dame's
made a mistake.
not
He's
on a
11
lap.
seconds.
Has he got enough fuel? No, he's not got enough fuel for one more lap, so that is Dame's quality done. Recoil's on another lap right now, he's actually in the third sector. Is he up at all? I'm going to go and double check.
I can see Verstappen on a lap. But anyone else?
Recoil's up by 4 tenths, that's 3 tenths for his own lap right now.
Oh, this is going to get close at the end. It's going to get spicy.
This is nice. Coming through Prost right now. Onto the straight.
Verstappen's lost his front wing somewhere. It's not been a good qualifying session for Verstappen.
33, so 32.8. Half a second clear.
It's definitely getting quicker out there,
isn't
it?
Half a second clear. Big G's just got in the pits, he's not going to get enough time to go around you. Dame's out of fuel. Jeff's still in the pits as well.
Jamie the Gee is on a lap. So Jamie the Gee, of course, an early front runner, is level with his time at the moment.
He's middle at his first sector.
Who else have we got on a lap? Proven light, currently a 10th down on his, and he's invalidated.
Jeff's
Stocky 2 tenths up.
Oh, I don't think Jeff's going to make it round in time. He's just at turn 2. Yeah, he's not making that.
So I'm just going to stay on board with Stocky at the moment. I've got both racing points here. See how they get on with their laps. So Button leading Stocky, on track anyway.
Stocky
Button
here,
2.5 tenths up.
Slightly faster in his first sector. Of course, Stocky getting beaten by his teammate possibly. They've got similar lap times. Oh, Stocky's lost it! As I'm saying that,
oh no! Stocky's... Oh, unlucky Stocky. It's a shame because I know from personal experience he has decent wet race pace. Now he needs to... There's a car coming behind him and he gets out of the way. That's good.
44 has went P2.
Ooh, good luck with LH because he's come down.
Honestly, looked like a fairy tale qualifying for McLaren has now suddenly went from a 1-2 to a 1-4.
It has. Button we know was up on his lap, but he's invalidated at
Redman's invalidated as well. That's his qualifying done. Fast scope. It looked like that's fine.
Shadow Wolf is 3.7 seconds up on his time. Oh no, he's not. He's 1.5 down now.
Recoil is on another lap. Has he got any more time to find here? Can he stamp his authority down any more in qualifying here?
This has been an impressive display from ERN Recoil in that McLaren. Half a second clear of LH44.
Yeah, Jeff Master Flash didn't make it round in time.
Attempt. Recoil is nearly 3 tenths up again. He is
Jamie
going
the Gee's
to
4
put out a
tenths up so
statement
far.
here.
Jamie the Gee's at purple middle sector.
So who's going to get it? We're coming down to the final shoot down now. Recoil
This
up
could
on
all
his
be in the
time.
middle
Jamie
sector.
the Gee up on his time.
Final sector, apologies.
Is Jamie the Gee
Is he going to get paid by the car ahead of him though?
Yes, he is.
Fast scope's on a lap as well though.
We might
Is that going to put him off?
So final 2 corners. Aim for the apex.
Looks tidy.
It's all about traction now, keeping it clean out of the final corner. It's looking good.
Is that ERS though? 31. I don't think it's
the Key,
pole.
what can he
It should
do?
be the front row. It's the front row.
Second place, ERN Recoil.
Looks like
still a quarter of a
Recoil's
second up on his
just got a
time.
very good final sector, perhaps. Speaking of the man on pole, looks like he has solidified his pole unless GR8 does anything. Is he going to start this even further? It's going to be fastest. Even more. 32.
Good job, ERN Recoil.
7 tenths faster than the rest of the field. That is making stamping your authority down in qualifying.
Yeah, if that's not a statement of intent, I don't know what is. McLaren looking good early on. Both Ferraris in the top 10 as well. So we'll do a rundown shortly.
Gunther Steiner will not be happy with Haas's qualifying. He will not be. You could think of the memes from Drive to Survive that Gunther will be saying. Of course, we didn't actually get to see Headhunter set a lap or Adkuri. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, there are a couple of drivers that are down there. Just from I know from racing against
them from last season.
Verstappen in particular.
Yeah.
I would expect him to
now
race. He does tend to race better than he qualifies.
As well, though, Mastic, is our drivers on a wet setup right now or on a dry setup?
Ah, yes, very good point. We're about to find out. So we'll do a quick rundown. ERN recall in the McLaren. Obviously, it was a fairly wet session as they're on Inters, but he will start on pole with a 1:32.4, 7/10 clear of the next best time, with Jamie the Gee making his debut with ERN in the Williams. LH44 in third, with ERN Big G fourth, Dame Zero fifth, Jaffmaster Flash on his debut in sixth. Fastscope 7th with Redman in 8th, Proven Light another debutant in 9th with GR8 in 10th. Then just starting outside the top 10 we have the two Racing Points of Stocky and Button, followed by ERN Familia, NRC Arntz returning, Shadowwolf, Rashi, Verstappen, Headhunter and Aturk, with the bottom two not setting times. Interesting qualifying session, of course it was wet, it's always difficult.
Absolutely. Just looking at the on
some...
the race director there, it seems like Recoil's lap was all in the first sector and the third sector. He's got a 3/10 of a second gap to actually a second place to LH. Was it LH? Apologies, not it was Jimmy the Gee. He had it's a dry
Jimmy
race.
Gee second.
It's dry.
Ah, yes. So you might be right with the setups. Then there could be a few that opted for dry setups, and maybe some opted for track position with wet setups.
Depends as well. Is it a possible mixed race?
That would be. I would like that as a commentator. It always spices it up a bit.
Just looking at the chat quickly. Adam 4493 saying Arntz is faster than that and Verstappen. So he's getting the drivers to look out for in the race. I think there's a few drivers to look out for in the race actually, Adam. I think it could be a very interesting race.
Yeah, we've got their cheers Skeefy Sandbagger number 2. Yeah. And Mr. Dalby, hello Mr. Dalby, another one of the Sunday drivers that we know. This is my voice, Mr. Dalby. Adam says Bruno 2.0.
The
For
voice
those
of
that don't know,
Bruno
is our Bruno is our Division 1 kingpin. Looks like Recoil is bringing in sort of comparisons to our king of Division 1. Of course, second place he was in our Sunday race this time with an incredible drive from Days Rombus, obviously serving a qualifying ban from some interesting qualifying in Abu Dhabi, but came from the back right through to win the race. Brilliant effort from Days Rombus. But yeah, let's obviously there's people in the chat as well. We'll ask you first, Jordan. It's hard to look past Recoil, but what are your predictions from what we've seen so far?
Honestly, with this race, I think this is going to be very hard to predict. Of course, all drivers have got free choice of tyres, so strategy can be anywhere. From what it should be, you should be seeing one stops unless there's a safety car. You can't deny safety cars could be a possibility here, especially with the carbs of death. Just thanks to the game in general. Love you, Cody's. Big much love.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is a very unpredictable race. I'd love to say in a perfect scenario, every driver going to finish, they're going to be no incidents. I'm going to throw a bit of a spanner in the works. Let's just go for this. This could honestly.
While you're deciding on
this could honestly be a weird one. I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go recoil. I'll go recoil. I'm going to go Rashi and Big G.
Rashi, obviously we know he does have some decent race pace, Rashi, and in previous races that we've seen him, he has come through the field, so it would be an epic drive. The likes of Verstappen, Rashi, Arntz, all down there, and we have had some strange races strange results in all three races so far. With first two races, the winner started 19th. The Division 3 race, the top three in qualifying, all retired. So it's anybody's guess. Hopefully we'll get some guesses in the chat as to who they think. But yeah, I'd have to agree. I think Recoil is looking very fast. I'd like to see Big G get some luck because he was probably one of the second or third unluckiest driver last season, along with the likes of Mr. Storm and Mr. Speedy. I know they're both in the chat, so they'll know what we're talking about. But yeah, it'd be good to see Big G get on the podium. Dame's usually there or thereabouts. But yeah, Verstappen tends to find his way through the field at some point. So
are we missing a driver? I've only got 19 drivers.
Yeah, I think we're one down. I think there was only 19 in it.
I thought we had 20.
But yeah, I'm going to go.
20. Anyway, yeah, what were your predictions, Matty?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Recoil, Big G, and Dame Zero as my top three. Obviously, I don't know much about some of the new drivers, so I can't comment on their race pace. But just from what I've seen, what I've heard, and what we saw last season, Rico's looking fast. Big G, if he can get some luck, I think he'll be up there. And we all know Dame Zero's talent. If he's got together with his wheel, he'll be there or thereabouts come the end of this race. So yeah, and it looks like you said, it looks like a dry race. Let's see if we've got any more here.
Of course, as well, we've got to remember, even back in Div 2 race, winner of the race was P19. I think in Div 1, was it not something very similar as well? Was it in Div 1? I'm thinking of another.
Yeah, we had Days Rombus with his quali-ban from 19 to first. We had Boots with the stunning drive, who got strangely disqualified. I think he qualified third. Got disqualified for... Well, I think he must have lost it, but he got disqualified for driving the wrong way. Came to the field after... It looked like it was going to be an elite victory because his sort of rivals were sort of either making mistakes, getting penalties or crashing, and then he made a pit stop towards the end, and it fell into the hands of Boots and Ireland. Yeah, so as we've seen from all three races, anything can happen here in Albert Park. Turn 1 is always a bit of a lottery. Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
I feel like this track in league racing in general is unpredictable. Anything can happen. This race in real life, it doesn't matter. You qualify first, you've won it pretty much. Like it's completely the opposite as to real life. But it does seem like drivers are ready up.
Yep, looks like we're almost ready to go. Mr. Speed in the chat, LH44 is quick, never underestimate him. Of course, he's come down in a couple of divisions, so yeah, we've got to look out for LH44. He's naturally going to have some pace in him, so he might race better than he qualified. Other than that, I'm excited to see these new drivers. ERN has grown to a 4th division, which is always a sign of things to come. But they start their formation lap. Looks like the majority are going to be starting on soft tyres. Let me get the tyres up. Yeah, more on softs. We've got Dame Zero's going for the alternate strategy on the mediums. That's going to be interesting. Seeing what Dame Zero does, coming from 5th on the grid, as is Fast-Scoped and Redman from your choices in the top 10. No one opting for the hards. I think with everyone with a set of fresh tyres, as long as they're pretty good on them, as Jordan said, it's a pretty straightforward one-stop, either soft to medium or medium to softs. And as we've seen in all races, we're bound to get a safety car at some point. Rashi has been disqualified from this session, so maybe he had a bit of contact on the warm-up lap there. Yeah, we don't know what happened there. Unfortunately for Rashi, he's going to be starting with some cold tyres now. That's not ideal, especially on the mediums, and with him probably wanting to look to come through the field. So we'll stay on board with our leaders to go round. Of course, we know Recall last season started Division 2, dropped down to Division 3, had a couple of good races there, and is now looking to take his challenge here in Division 4. Yeah, Kenneth, it was a really good lap from Recall, 7/10 clear of Jamie the Gee. It was a stunning lap from the McLaren that we saw. But of course, anything can happen going to turn 1. We know Recall. I think Recall is currently no traction. I'm not sure about Jamie the Gee. So it's going to be all about getting off the line well into turn 1 and safely through that first lap. We've seen incidents across all the divisions as Recall explores the limits of the track there on the formation lap. Yeah, it's going to be a good one, this one. I can feel it. Again, anyone in the chat, if they've got any predictions, get them in. We'll see who's right at the end. Recall seems to be a popular choice here in the commentary box. But of course, we've seen, as people have said, the likes of NRC Arntz, and of course LH44 and Verstappen mentioned in the chat as well, that are going to have pace and wanting to make their way through. I don't want to see penalties. Keep it on tyres for now. Let's see if Codemasters is going to give me a nice view. Of course, as majority know, usually when the race starts, the timing is slightly off, so when the lights go out, the races tend to wait a bit.
Say to him we're expecting big things from Bert today. There's actually... Well, the first driver on the mediums is Fast-Scoped, which I've already said that. Apologies.
Yeah. We've got Dame on the mediums as well. Come
One
on,
left,
Codboxers, give me a
two,
view. There we
three,
go.
4, 5, Div 4, and the ERN's kicked off. Looks like it's actually a very
Lights out
good
and away
start.
we go.
Very, very good start for Recoil. Look at the gap already.
He's got the whole shot.
Jamie the Gee is ghosted for me. I don't know if he's... It's a little bit of a glitch. Did you see
there? Any issues? That's a clean start.
It was like, oh, I think there's a bit of contact there between LH and Big G.
He's not had the best of starts, has he?
Well, let's get between Big G and then
Big
straight
G.
away the Rhino left the lobby. I don't know if that's just a quick little glitch. Let's hope it was just a little glitch.
All the timings have gone haywire. Let me go back.
Yeah, I'll sort
lead
myself
for a
out.
minute.
Oh, the little thing gets fixed right now.
Yeah. Oh, yellow flag. We've
Sector
lost
2,
the
what's
half.
happened?
Headhunter is
It's
round.
Headhunter, yep.
Oh, he's overspun it. There you go.
Has it got a lot of damage?
I can't. No damage. I think he's probably
No
just
damage.
lost it. So look for Headhunter. Keep your head down, Headhunter.
See,
Long race
it's
ahead.
all cars going to make it through 10, 11, fine. Oh, we're saying that Jerry had a little bit of a wobble.
Arndt has got past Rush, it looks like.
Oh, Headhunter's lost it again. I
close
think
to
his
the
rear
back.
tyres are just, they're just completely red
Oh,
hot.
and he's gone again.
Yeah, just
Late
calm on the
44 is
throttle.
back in the game now.
As we're coming to the end of the first lap, Rico got a good start, but Jamie the Gee is still in his rear, followed closely by Big G, so we've got a three-way battle coming up, perhaps. That was
Redmond has just got past the ghosted car of LH44 as well, and we've got a Red Bull side by side at the back there.
I was in a quick
Oh, of course,
provisional
with the ghosted
rundown of the field. We've got still Recoil in first, followed by Jamie
Need
the
a
Gee.
5-second penalty.
And it's ERN, Big G, Jaffmaster Flash, we've got Fast Scoped. Dame Zero's fallen a couple of positions, that's not the start he was wanting. Redden looks to have claimed a couple. Proven Light is up there in the P8, and we've got Stocky. His teammates in the pits, unfortunately. LH is back in the session, which is good. Flamir's in P11, GRA is P12, closely followed by Verstappen, who's looking to do the overtake currently, actually. And it's NRC Ants in 14th, Rashi, then it's Shadow Wolf, then Button, Akure, and then it's Headhunters just coming in the pits as well.
Yeah, good start for most. It looks like maybe there was a bit of contact in the opening lap then, as we've had 3 cars in the pits. Obviously, Headhunter's had his own issues.
There's actually
with
Big
that
G is
spin.
all over the rear of Jamie the Gee right now.
He is, isn't he? So Williams under pressure. Recoil. This is helping Recoil, of course. If these two start tangling, this is exactly what Recoil's going to want, because once DRS is open at the end of this lap, he's going to want to make sure he's got that second gap to Jamie the Gee. So hopefully we get the timings back in a second, so I can
We've
see
got a
if there's
cheeky
any more
four-way
battles that I'm
battle as
missing.
well. We've got loads of battles here. It looks like Redden's about to go past Dame Zero.
Oh, right on his tail, going for the
Redden's going up
inside.
the inside.
And into
Gonna
turn
be a
1,
bit
takes the
turn
inside
two.
line.
Didn't make the exit, he's 3.
Is he going to come back at
Both
him?
on the overtake.
He's right on him.
Gonna flick to the inside. He's outbreaking.
He's gonna send it.
On the inside.
Lovely
Nicely
move.
done.
Redmond's
Redmond's
going to hang it
still
out
there.
there. Bit of contact.
Oh, look at Proven
That's
Light in the
not too
back.
bad. Oh!
There's contact. I'll record that just to
Redmond
help.
and Proven Light, a little bit of contact. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Proven Light there. Redmond, of course,
That helps Stocky a
side by
little
side
bit.
with Dame. So let's see, who else have we got that's close? Stocky's gone past Proven Light now. Has he got damage?
Yeah, Verstappen's got
front right end
GRA.
plate.
Yeah, right. That's just, I've recorded it just in case. Oh, looks like Button's lost the back end. Turn 1. Oh, it's unfortunate.
Oh, unfortunate for
It's a
Button.
long race though, bud. It's a long race. Keep in. Never give up.
So Recoil at the moment, he's not dropping Jamie the Gee or Big G. That
Looks like
seems
Jamie
to be the
Gee's
battle
found
for
a
the
little
lead
bit
between them
pace
3.
now, actually. Of course, now what you
Of course,
don't want
Williams
now for
is,
Headhunter might be these worst fields coming through. Recoil is right there.
Oh no, yeah, he does not want to be lapped. That is going to ruin his
Recoil
race.
with the fastest lap so far. However, Jamie the Gee does have DRS. He's going to get
Oh,
DRS.
he's right
down
on
here.
him.
He's a bit deep into turn 2 though. He's not going to get a run at him this time unless he absolutely sends it.
There's something going on. There we go. Verstappen on the inside of Familia. So I said Verstappen had good race pace. He's already up to 9th and he's on the medium tyres.
There you go.
So looking good for Verstappen.
Oh, actually,
as we have a yellow
right
flag.
now we've got the two AlphaTauris having a look at each other. Yep, Jerry. Oh,
So
Verstappen's
we'll get
went
some-
wide into turn 3 though. broken himself slightly.
Got Rashi all over the back of Arntz as well here. Oh, runs a little bit wide. That is the curve that spat me into the wall on Tuesday.
Yeah, just
And then,
heads
of
up.
course, I meant-
I'm on board with Button right now. His car is lagging a little bit from side to side.
How is it?
Yeah, it's starting to lag a bit.
Yeah. We'll keep our eye on him and see if he's on his own
I
at
think
the moment,
Shadow
but
Wolf
hopefully it
might
doesn't affect other
have.
cars.
Shadow Wolf's back in the pits. I think he's maybe lost his rear end again. Yeah, he has. He's in
Yeah,
for another
both
new
front
front
end
wing.
plates have gone. So we'll go back onto Big G.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a little look on Jamie McGee there, just to let him know he's there.
they're
and
side by
he's
side. Still
got a much
don't
better
do
drive
that.
now.
He's-
Yeah, he
he's sure.
thought better of that. Yeah, he thought better of that, didn't he? That
Of
was
course,
wise,
right
that
away,
Big
this
G.
is helping Recoil build a little gap, but also this is allowing Jamie McGee to fall out of DRF. Apologies is going to help Big G overtake.
So go back down to Rashi and Arntz because they are less than half a second apart. But Arntz, is he going to stay within a second of GR8? Because that's going to help him defend.
Redman and Dame again, both got DRS, however, Redman's getting the slipstream. Dame's
These
went
two
a
stuck
bit deep
together
into
since
turn
lap 1.
2. Nope. Redman's struggling with traction a bit. Stucky's there in the background, just waiting for any possible mistakes.
Yeah. Obviously, a big gap now has formed between
Oh,
the
that's
top
what
4
we'll
soft
between the
runners and those 3
AlphaTauris
medium
as GR8
runners.
is taking up to 10th place. And
We've got Adam now,
right behind
Verstappen
him.
for the win.
We've got a yellow flag and a safety car. Headhunter's retired.
Headhunter's gone. Oh, that looks nasty.
Where is
as
it
well.
gone?
That is pointing. That is. I
Oh,
don't know the
as
corner
a
number.
lap in Shadow Wolf's car. Shadow Wolf was in
It's a
the
Renault.
Shadow Wolf's in the worst place
if the Renault
possible,
catches it.
behind the front 3. However, if he stays out,
Oh,
he'll
no.
get his lap back.
Now, if you're a soft runner, you're going to pit now because obviously the medium runners are going to want to run longer. But do you pit if you're on softs, or do you stay out a bit longer to go into the mediums later on?
That's a good question. Honestly, it depends. If they want to go soft mediums, they'd stay out. If they want to go soft hards, then obviously they'd pit right now. It honestly depends. Let's see. And obviously, let's find out right now. So Recoil will be the first of the leaders. Obviously, just still in P1. If Recoil does
He's going to
pit,
pit. He
Jamie
does
McGee
pit.
pits as well. Big G pit.
Big G
and Jeff
is
Master
pitting.
Flash. So
So
Shadow
all
Wolf is going
fours.
to get his lap
Yeah.
back. It looks like the first leader will be fast scoped on the mediums. Then Dame, Redman, and actually Stocky pits, but Verstappen's up to P8
And that
professionally.
man Verstappen.
Verstappen's going to be up to P4.
So we said we've got in the chat here. Speedy Adam has put Verstappen for the win, and he already. Obviously safety car slight has helped him a little bit, but he's on those medium tyres, which means he can go longer, finish on the faster tyres, which we've seen him do last season in Division 3, and come through the field at tracks like Suzuka. He's going to be one to watch.
I had to wait on his teammate pitting, unfortunately. That's the worst
Oh,
thing you get with your cars. Both teams being side by side, and both went on the hard though. So it looks like Jeff Master Flash, GR8, Famila, Proven Light, LH, and Shadow Wolf can go to the end. Every other
Just
driver's
noticed
going to have to
Recoil-
pit.
Recoil, Jamie McGee, Big G, and Stocky have gone on to mediums.
Yes.
So
Everyone,
are they thinking of 2 stopping?
they're going to have to.
Will mediums
they're
go
gonna
that
have- No. Your mediums would go that far if you pitted lap 10. Of course, with
Right,
the safety car
so
as
yeah, so
well,
that's-
so what, 6, 7 lap goes in? Nah, you will not make it. Unless there's another safety car, even then,
I was going to say, so
if you
thinking
heat
they're banking on
cycle,
a safety car now.
the tyres twice, it's not good. Obviously, we're being Pirelli rubber, the most reliable rubber in the world. Sorry, let me say that again. In the world. They are so good. If you heat cycle them, in fact, more than once, they just turn to vanilla ice, baby. That's the best way to summarise up Pirelli. Hashtag we love you Pirelli, hashtag bring back Michelin.
So everything's been flipped on its head now with that safety car. Our leaders are all from 7th and below, which puts the likes of Arntz and Rashi and Verstappen, who we know started far down, now into the top 6 on what is the preferred strategy. I said Dame and Verstappen would be there near the end, and they are. Redman in the Ferrari is also now up to 3rd. Fast scoped, leading the way. He's going to be the one that leads them off in the safety car. We said it could go any way, this. Rico's got some work to do because it looks like he's onto a 2-stopper now.
Essentially, yeah. So from what it looks like, if there's another safety car, say, if there's a safety car in the mid-teens, they're going to pit for another set of mediums. That'll help them. However, it'll screw up the first 6 drivers on mediums. They'll have to go hard, since they can't go on a set of softs to the end. So
what they're going to need
this
to do.
just
So those
depends now. They're actually playing Russian roulette with drivers. It's not their life, it's just the drivers' best is here.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to want to make. They're going to want to make some moves as quickly as possible now, because effectively, everybody has to stop one more time. Apart from the GR8, Proven Light, and Familia went into hards, as did Shadow Wolf, but our leaders. Jeff Flash went into hards as well, so he'll be one to watch out because he won't have to pit again. But the other 3 are going to need to make. What's Familia done?
I think he's tapped up the back of that Curie. That's what it looked like. Yeah. I said 5 seconds, yeah.
All we say is, when you're in the safety car, always, all the time, you have to leave the space. It's
come on, guys.
leave a gap to the car in front.
We're in a COVID world. 2 metre distance under the safety car. Come on, guys. Social distancing. I was saying that safety car should be in this lap.
Yeah, Speedy, agree. The fresh medium runners will be quick in the top 6
initially.
initially.
It won't, guys, so we're waiting on Shadow Wolf to catch up, so it'll be one more lap.
Yeah.
Unless,
like
actually,
Speedy was saying, that
Shadow Wolf might catch up. This could be a safety car goes in on the second to last corner. This has happened before. As it has happened many, many, many times. I don't think he's going to catch up in time. Nah, they've passed the DRS detection point. I'm pretty sure in game that's the last point they can go safety car in this lap. So still, this is a good question. I'm going to pose the question out to you, Mass, and obviously people in the chat as well. If you are recoil right now, so it's playing world recoil, what are you going to do? Do you take this? Do you take it nice and easy? Do you go aggressive and just try and make up for lost time?
He's got to make some moves early. The problem he's got is the guys ahead of him are the guys we said will be coming through because their race pace is better than where they qualified. So it's not like he's coming through some of the guys that would normally be towards the back. He's coming through the likes of Rashi, who we know is good pace, Arntz, who was a former Division 2 racer, Verstappen, we know he comes through. Of course, Damon second, we know, was my title challenger from last season. So all these guys that they've got to come through are no slouches. So it's not going to be easy. He's going to have to be patient with his moves, but he can't sit behind them for too long on that fresh rubber.
Of course, as well, though, he's in the same sign, so he's kind of got to be a bit more aggressive. Oh, that's 2 laps near from the same position.
Another one.
I was going to say their apologies. He's got to remember, he's got Jamie the Gee, Big G, and Jeff Flash right behind them. They're all going to be wanting to push him the whole time. If any mistakes done with recall trying to make an overtake, Jamie the Gee's got that. Even if another safety car comes out at other points, that could then fall into Jamie the Gee's hands. You don't know. I mean, that's just a part of racing.
Just trying to see if Familia has any damage because he's had a couple of penalties now.
I think he does.
I think he's missing an end plate
as well. Apologies if I am actually murdering your name. If the car isn't this lap yet, so I think Akuri's been given 2 5-second penalties as well, as he was on 10 seconds. He's went up to 15, and Familia has went up to 13 seconds.
Familia's missing an end plate, so I think he's been into the back of ATEC a couple of times.
Oh, and LH has received after safety car under the safety car. That is not what you're wanting.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Ericsson did it.
So only 3 drivers with penalties so far, so good driving so far.
So of course here on the restart, it's leader's discretion as to when he goes. Personally for me, he's going a bit too fast. Want to have a nice bit of a build-up in speed, of course, as he's still always, I think he's been caught out the safety car line. I think the game slowed him down slightly. Of course, he has gone now. For a bit of a
Dame napping. Redmond is going to be right on the back of Dame Zero here.
They're just reliving this, the battles from earlier.
These two have been stuck together since lap 1. And Fast Scope's got the jump on them all. Good restart from Fast Scope.
Of course, yeah, again, it seems like Redmond's struggling a little bit to get the car slowed down and down here and turn them on. And compromises at exit for 2.
Bit of a lock-up from Arntz in front there.
Rashi's all over the back of... Oh, Rashi's touched the grass. If Rico's aggressive, he could get him.
Oh, this is going to be close. This is where we said, is he going to be patient or aggressive?
He's very patient.
Just holds on for now.
He's got a bit of a gap. He needs a bit more patient. Personally, right now, I'd be rich overtaking now. Like that. Perfectly timed.
Rico's got his
if you're watching the stream, good boy, Recoil. Just be looking. Oh, he's sent it in deep there.
Oh,
Looking at our Big G and doing the key. Inseparable.
now the other thing now for recoil is there's
Oh,
a bit of a
Verstappen's
train
right.
forming behind.
Is Arntt's going to get close enough to get a run? No, he won't. No, he won't. But still, though.
I was about to say there's a train forming behind Arndt, but with that mistake from Verstappen, he's now dropped to second behind Redman. Dame though now.
Oh, we've got a yellow
right
flag
on the back
to
of
stay.
fast scoped.
Oh, Button's lost it! Oh my god, I had a heart attack. Button's car lagged, and I see Shadow's car coming up his rear. Oh,
Just
my
going to keep
god.
on board with
I'm
Dame because he's all over fast scoped here. Is he going to go for the lead into turn one?
Nah, he's
Don't
too
think
far
he's going to
back.
be close enough on this time.
Could get him into turn 3 though.
Plenty of ERS left though.
Yeah, he's got him into
Oh,
turn
he's
3.
all over him.
On the overtake, son.
All over the back. They're both. He's not using his overtake though. He has a little sniff, but he's just going to hang on again. Oh, he's run wide. LH has gone.
Retired in the pits.
Oh no, he's in the pits. Okay.
Oh, Familla's on Antlers. And he's
Oh.
weaving side to side.
Oh no.
Yeah, I just got that.
That happened. Who did that happen to? That's happened in a race recently that I've seen where they put inters on by accident.
I don't know if it's just by accident, but I don't know. With weaving side to side there, that's a bit. That's quite naughty.
Yeah, we'll see. See if he comes straight back into the pits, then it might be a mistake. We'll
He's
see what's
back
happened
in
with
the
him there.
pits. Oh, Dave's got a
Yeah,
penalty.
looks like he's picked the wrong one. Oh, that will be crucial come the end, but he is still. He needs to clear fast scoped if he wants to try and win this race, because Verstappen is going to be all over his gearbox as well, because it looks like there's a bit of a train forming now all the way.
Speaking
down
actually,
to 7th place
Jamie
recall.
Geese must have made a mistake. As Big G and Jeff Masterclass have got by. There's yellow flag sector 2. Oh, Shadow!
Fast Scopes gets his rear end out. Fast Scopes got his rear end out. Dame all over him again.
Cyril the Beatable will be
Oh, Dame's missed a
it's a
gear. I
virtual
think-
safety car.
Oh, that'd be why he missed again.
Oh, Familla's been lapped. Oh, he's been lapped enough.
Yeah, it's not going well for Familia. Button is
I've got
ATEC
Button-
drive-through penalty.
I've got Button lagging a lot for me now.
Yeah, I think he's got some new internet coming for the next race, Button, but it's didn't come in time. So that's
Actually, he's
virtual
going-
safety car.
Shadow's obviously in the pits for. I don't want to say. Wait, 5 seconds
Rashi is
penalty
getting
for
ready.
Stocky, ignoring yellow flag.
Oh, has he overtaken someone? Under the VSC maybe, but Rashi.
Right, that's VSC back on. Oh, now see, we've got a 3-way battle here. Verstappen's timed it just
Oh,
right.
Verstappen right on him.
I think Shadow's came
Shadow
into the
retired
pits
in
and
the pits.
retired,
That's
yeah.
both Renaults out now.
Verstappen's got a little Redman got a little wiggle out of turn 10. Oh,
Verstappen's
Rashi's
gonna
going round it
wait a
outside
little
of
bit longer.
Arndt. Is it going to get done? Side by side, what a move!
Oh,
Arndt's
did they
just got
touch?
second.
Ah, I don't know if there was contact there or not. Whether he's just got on the loud pedal a bit too quickly. Oh, that's
Honestly,
such a
I
shame
don't
for
know.
Arndt.
Rashi was.
Oh, that was
Rashi,
cookie that he
Rashi was
ghosted.
like as wide as he could go though. Like, Rashi didn't have any more room
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, good move around the outside from Rashi. If there was a bit of contact, like I said, it looked like he just got on that loud pedal a little bit too early.
Now Dave's got to
We'll
get
jump
this
back on
move
with the
done right
leaders
now.
'cause they are all close.
Dave's got to get this move done.
Yep, DRS wide open. Still not using his ERS though, so it looks like he's biding his time with fast scoped. These three quite content to sort of follow each other at the moment. Verstappen, of course, in that DRS train. That DRS train is all the way back to Big G, actually. So the top 7.
Did somebody
Oh, this
say
huge DRS train.
truly train?
So it'll be interesting because, I mean, obviously we know that all these guys are going to have to pit again, but Jack Master Flash,
Yeah, Ants is
he's going to be sitting there thinking, this is going quite well for me.
Matter of fact, that he's still not pitted yet.
Yeah, 10 laps on those softs now. Of course,
Oh,
safety will
Dave
help to
is
extend
overtaking
that.
fast roads. Apologies, Dave.
Yeah. Sorry, Dame. We
I know everyone. That
I have
that
the
may be
stream
a
on it, so if
possible-
people
that
have
may
been
be
able to see it.
possible, like, crucial point in the race, you know. Oh, see, Verstappen's right over
Oh,
the
Verstappen.
rear. Can't do
Yeah,
anything there
Verstappen has
though.
got to go with Dame. He has to go with Dame. If he, otherwise,
Look at
his likes of
recoil budged right up here though. Russia and Redman, up two very well known wrestlers against each other.
yeah, they know each other well, don't they?
Oh, Verstappen's got the run there into turn 2, he's got to get him into 3 here, Verstappen's on the inside coming into turn
Yeah,
3.
he's got to get him. Oh,
that is
he squeezes him.
very impressive.
That was a squeeze, and he's turning in early. Yeah, he's got the moves done.
That was a
elbows out,
little bit,
firm bit
that
fair.
was a little bit naughty from Fasco. Now I've got yellow flags everywhere.
Who have we lost? Don't think we've lost anybody.
Yeah, I've just got yellow flag sector 1, sector 2, sector 3.
Dame has got himself a nice 1.8 second lead now after Verstappen and Fastcoat battling together. Fastcoat looks like he's struggling on those mediums though now. Dame's there over 2 seconds clear now. He needs to.
Big G's all over the back of
now.
recoil. He could sniff that petroleum coming out his engine. Yeah, they still use some fuel, ladies and gentlemen. I know. You just can't really tell.
Oh, Rashi's not had a good.
recoil with
Rashi had a bad exit.
Recoil's on the outside. You can get it done. Nice. Oh,
Still,
Rashi's lost it.
that was identical to the Arns one.
Identical.
Again, but I can't tell if it was contact or did he
I'll
step on the
record
loud
it,
pedal,
but I don't really see much. I'm more on board with recoil as opposed to the functions, and I was more on board with Rashi
that's
as well.
so unfortunate for Rashi. And he's going to come. I mean, he's in front of GR8, but he's going to have to pit now. And I mean, obviously, they've been pitting soon anyway to get rid of those mediums, but he's not going to be able to go on those softs, which is going to be a shame.
I'm going to have to go on the hards.
In the meantime, Big G. So the train is now behind Fast Scoops as the front two now look to bolt away.
Oh, we've got Fast Scoops sniffing it up. The Redmond. Oh, Redmond got half spin slightly. It was a bit of a late lunge from Redmond, in my opinion. Of course, I mean, he is still entitled to go for a bit of a lunge. Oh, he's nearly lost it on the inside curve before. 5 apologies.
Yeah, they're desperate to get past Fast Scopes. Got a yellow flag.
This is coming here at Marina. I think we're just getting yellow flags randomly now. It's very, very weird. Oh, recoil in Redmond still. Recoil just picking his moment, he's just waiting.
Yeah, Fast Scope to just keep his elbows out a little bit longer before his pit stops, and it's looking good for him so far because he looks like he's struggling on those tyres compared to the other guys.
Looks nice for nice for theirs though.
Yeah, much better exit than Redmond. As there is another yellow flag somewhere. Can't see why though, they're still moving.
Dame still got his 1.7, 1.6 gap now to Verstappen.
Yeah, it's just starting to come down, isn't it? Familiar with a 3-second time penalty.
Recoil all over the
start
back
adding
of
up.
Redmond though.
Yeah, he should, if he can get a good exit, should get him into turn 1 maybe. DRS, ERS.
No, it looks like
they
Redmond
both
got the
got
better
DRS.
straight line speed.
It's all about the exit now. Is he going to go for a move? He needs to start picking off some of these cars on the older tyres.
Redmond's went a bit deep though. If he gets his exit right, he could get him into forward. Nope. Oh, Akuri's
Aturk
lost
has
it.
retired
Akuri's
from the
out.
session.
He's lost it at 10 11.
Aturk has lost it
VSC.
in the flip-flop. So, I think he'll be gone by the time Dane gets to him. But yeah, so Aturk loses it at the exit of flip-flop. Didn't catch it on the stream, but I think we can all guess how he's lost it. We've seen a few spectacular crashes through that section. That's unfortunate for Aturk. So there will be 15 runners left in this race. Unfortunately, Button, of course, won't get his lap back. Still a lap down, but you've got to be in it to win it. And if there's any more retirements, he could start edging towards those top 10. Stay on board with Big G, because he's only 3 tenths behind Recall. So when this VSC ends, he is going to be climbing all over the back of him. Oh, maybe his delta was a bit too high because he's just dropped back. Oh, there we go, and they are green again. Oh, he's taken a load of time out of Dame. So, ladies and gentlemen, this does look like your battle for the lead. Yes,
recoil yet again
is
all over the back of
it's on a push.
Oh, it looks like just recoil stuck right now. Oh, Verstappen for 3 seconds though.
Once again,
Redmond
Recall
going
glued
deep
to
yet
the back of
again,
Redmond.
but it just looks like recoil struggling with straight line speed. Maybe send it into turn 3 here. No,
of course, we know
Redmond's
he had
got
good
it
pace in
planted this
qualifying.
time.
Maybe his wings are a bit higher than Redmond's. Would have helped him in qualifying, but it's not helping him get through the field if his wings are higher than Redmond's. It's a lovely camera view from the helicopter there. Thank you, Codemasters. That was really good. I do like that one.
Saying this now though, I mean, look at the front two. They've got a 5.5 second gap to P3. This is what the front two are wanting. They need this gap.
Recoil and Big G had to clear Fast Scoped and Redmond quickly, and they haven't been able to. Jaffmaster Flash is still sitting there pretty, but if that gap between the top two and the rest gets any bigger, those top two are looking like the ones.
Jaffmaster Flash was thinking it's good that you can still see Recoil and Big G, but in the same sense,
Big G on Recoil. Oh, I was thinking that we're going to have a repeat of the move we've seen twice already. We've seen obviously Arndt and Rashi both come a cropper there with moves with cars on the outside. I was worried for Big G there.
Dame
has just been.
Dame's
he's in the pits.
He must be
so
going.
Dame is the first
he's going
to blink.
on softs.
So he's obviously less fuel.
And the softs make
he blinks first. And he's got a. Oh, he got held there at the end. Did he have a 5-second penalty? I don't remember him seeing with a penalty, but maybe the team were just not ready. So McLaughlin, that's going to cost him.
Yeah, I'm going to
and he's going to come up behind the Alpha Tauri. That's not going to help him. Hopefully he can clear him quickly for his sake. Oh, Big G's lost it. No, Big G, what's happened there?
Where has he lost it?
And he's lost it.
Turn 3.
Oh, I think, yeah.
He's
I don't want to sort of, I don't want to say what's happened there, but from incidents we've seen throughout the week, you're only really going to lose it there if you're side by side with another car. Big G from the chat.
Potentially Alonso and Gutierrez that the only ones Alonso did at the end. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So so potentially, unfortunately, some bad luck for Big G again. I'm sure we'll find out what happens if he's got a clip of it. If he's lost it himself, then he's lost it himself. Stocky has got past Recoil, so that tells me Recoil maybe has some damage, and he does, and it's on his left-hand side. So I'm thinking Recoil and Big G were probably side by side when it happened. That should be an interesting stewards meeting because they're both admins.
In the grand scheme of things, that helps Jaffmaster Flash.
It does. It's looking really good for Jaffmaster Flash now.
In the same sense, if you look at it, what's the gap? Trying to work this back with Dame.
So Dame is getting past GR8. He needs to get this
Dame's
done quickly.
Not that far away from Jaffmaster Flash.
Gets past GR8, and GR8 runs wide, which allows the
Redmond
racing
and
point
Jamie the
button to...
Redmond's got the move.
So Redmond still ahead of Jamie the Gee. Stocky starting to make his way through. He's sort of been quietly making his business back up the field. Yellow flag. Let's see.
Big G's typed in chat, so sorry Recoil just got caught under your wheel line.
Ah, okay. Yeah, unlucky G. You were having a really good race with you up until that point. Yeah, it's a shame for Recoil and Big G in that one, so we've lost two of our contenders for the podium. I mean, it's looking like... Verstappen at the moment has a 7-second lead.
In the same sense though, Dame's going to be getting an undercut like crazy.
Yeah,
but is Dame's tyres going to last?
That is the question. Because Verstappen has got a lovely gap to get into behind Dame and GR8, so when he puts his tyres on, he's going to be able to...
You know what? Dame's tyres could make it just. Dame's tyres will just
treat
make
them
it.
Nicely. Bit of a...
You think about it in qualifying, you normally do what? Out lap, fast lap, in lap, and then 10 laps in the race, yeah, he could do 12.
So Dame already on the back of proven light, so he is pushing like crazy.
He's got to do quick work of these cars though.
Is he going to go for it here? He's right on the back of him.
Maybe just force him to run deep. A little bit of an
Dame in the
intimidation
McLaren chasing his old car round, so that'll be interesting for him. Of course, Dame from the Red Bull last season.
You know, Dame must be
moved
like,
to McLaren for
that's
this season.
what the car looks like from the rear.
I had that view a few times last season. I wasn't keen on it. I can tell you now. Oh, just touches the grass there. So this seems to be the closest battle at the moment as they just spread out while we wait for the pit stops to be completed. And Dame is going early. He's going early for the overtake. Oh, close your eyes, people.
Nah, he's got it done. He's got it done. Nice. An overstep.
Good exit there.
3 seconds. I think that's 6 seconds. He's got them.
We'll wait until the end to see where they finish. We like the suspense here at ERN. So who's next on Dame's hit list? So Stocky is next on Dame's hit list. Again, I think that will be the next closest battle.
What's the virtual safety car for this time?
No one else has gone, unless there's some debris somewhere. I know if there's a front wing somewhere, then they'll bring the VSC out sometimes. Stocky is pitted under the VSC, so that's going to help Stocky. It's not a free pit stop, of course, but it's certainly better than pitting under normal green flag conditions.
This does not help Verstappen.
Not at all.
He
Dame Zero now is only 18 seconds behind.
This helps Dame.
Verstappen.
He can save his tyres a bit more. Might not seem like much, but just half a lap of just not pushing those softs as hard is going to be vital for the end of the race.
Stocky got to get out ahead of Redman.
Just.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Oh, my thing's marked.
Oh! AlphaTauri there, jumping out of the way, and then blocking Recoil. Oh. Did Recoil go into the back of him then? Has he still got every part of his car there?
No, Recoil justified it. Could you imagine? Oh,
and Stocky's got a drive through. Stocky, no. It was looking like it was going to be a good race for him.
It looks
He's got
like
a drive through.
Down to 16 seconds from Verstappen, and Dame is what, 25 seconds of a pit stop here? Is it 25, 24?
Yeah. If you're Verstappen, are you pitting now to try and so you can start catching Dame back towards the end, or do you hang it out?
The tyres can easily go to the end now. Yeah, he's pitting.
Yeah, so Verstappen. So this is going to be important for Dame, because Dame, of course, in fact, Jaffmaster Flash is our net leader. So Jaffmaster Flash is leading.
I mean,
Dame is going to be hunting him down.
Of course, we did say Jeff can go to the end. Yeah. All the hard runners, look at that team. We've got Proven Light, GR8.
So Dame's going to
They're
clear
in
him.
the top 5.
Proven Light's going to clear him. So Verstappen's going to have lost a lot of time to Dame by staying out longer, but of course he's going to have much fresher, soft rubber.
But is it going to be just
Dame,
a thing of just too little too late?
Potentially. It's almost a battle of
can
Dame get to Jaffmaster Flash before Verstappen gets to him.
And of course, what Dame does not want, in fact, what Jeff doesn't
yeah.
want is a safety car.
No, definitely not. He wants it to be clean to the end now, but yeah, Speed's absolutely right. They'll make it to the end, but won't be fast.
I think we have one more virtual safety car left, I think.
So
something's happened between Button's lagging car and AlphaTauri, I think.
Oh dear.
AlphaTauri doesn't have a front wing
missing
anymore.
a front wing. So we don't know what's happened there. We saw him diving out of the way of people into turn 1 after the pit stops, and he's gone off again.
Drive-through penalty speed under VSC, but there isn't a VSC.
It's not been a good race for the Racing Points, unfortunately. They've been unlucky. Obviously, Button going a lap down, Stocky with that drive-through penalty. He's going to be cursing.
I think actually both
of the Delta.
Both of the Racing Points have got drive-throughs.
So who's going to be our next battle? I think Recoil versus Redman is potentially going to be our next battle on track as Recoil hunts down the Ferraris. He attempts to recover some positions after his collision with Big G. Of course, we're going to have Verstappen hunting down Proven Light.
Yeah, he's just.
Of course, we don't know what the penalty situation is.
Sector. 7 tenths now. Yeah, Verstappen is flying on those softs.
Yeah, well, we've said this before. He's done the alternate.
Coming before that last corner, it's 7 tenths.
Let's jump on board with Verstappen. 6 tenths now. Yeah, he's done the alternate strategy a few times. We've seen him, and he is rapid at the end. And he comes up to you, and you think, where did he come from? Is there going to be team orders? Hopefully there will be. Well, not hopefully, but you'd think there would be. Different strategies.
Yeah, he's letting him go. He's letting him go.
Yeah, there we go.
Nicely done. Good
teamwork from Red Bull.
The constructors. They'll be leading the constructors, I think, actually. Possibly, depends if Dave Master Flash finishes there. I think it might be closer between Red Bull and Williams.
Yeah, well, there we have it, people. Your top battle for the lead is going to be the hard tyre runner of Jaffmaster Flash, who has no penalties, remember. Dame Zero hunting him down, and Verstappen on fresh softs hunting him down. They're all going to come together like a domino effect at the end of this race. This is going to get really interesting by the end.
So from what it looks like, technically Jeff's 8 seconds ahead. That seems weird to say that, Jeff's 8 seconds ahead. My engineer ain't 8 seconds ahead. No.
We'll leave those penalties until the end because it's like I said, we do like the suspense.
Oh.
See if anyone drops, but recoil.
Verstappen was
fastest lap by Verstappen. Good lap.
Recoil with Redmond actually. Nicely spotted, Massey.
Yep. Just jumped on board with them now. Coming to the final corner, they've got a GR8 right in front of them on
GR8
the hards. Redmond needs to get past GR8 and
GR8
put a car in between him and recoil.
On course for points though. No matter what.
Yep, Redmond's going to get this. Oh, I think he thought he'd had it done.
Oh,
GR8 was still there. Oh, that's not what Redmond wanted. He wanted a car in between them. GR8's just, yeah, that isn't what Redmond needed. Yeah, good recovery from Redmond there. Of course, he was one of the guys that has pitted back onto the softs. Verstappen now less than 6 seconds behind Dame. Dame only 5 seconds behind Jaffmaster Flash now. And we are only 6.5 laps to go. This is going to get tense towards the end. A few gaps have appeared. But I think those top three are going to concertina together in the last couple of laps, and we could be on for a barnstorming finish. BHRL Jesse, come on Jaff. He's doing well, Jesse. He's done the strategy I would have done, and he's doing really well. He's on those hard 17 laps. And of course the question is, Dame's tyres, will they go off before the end? Will he catch Jaff before Verstappen catches him? Verstappen's not making too many inroads at the moment, but of course he's got a few laps to try and get it down when Dame's tyres go off. But that is your battle for the
6
lead.
seconds between Verstappen and Dame.
Dame has just taken a chunk out of Jaff there. He's now under 4 seconds behind, but Recoil now just half a second behind Redmond. He's been in a few battles today, Recoil. I bet he thought when he stuck it on pole by 7/10 he was going to run away, but yeah, he's been involved in quite a few battles today, so it's been good to see. Speedy Adam, Jaff has this, I believe. It is looking good for Jaff, especially with Dame's potential penalties. Dame's going to need to get to him quickly, and then of course the next thing, and more difficult, is pass him quickly. But we'll stay on board with Recoil until those three close in on each other. We've also got Jamie the Gee closing in on Proven Light for that 4th spot as well, so I'll keep an eye on that. But Recoil now just 3/10 behind Redmond.
Of course, you've got to remember as well though. Actually, Jamie the Gee with Proven Light. Battle for P4.
He's within DRS now. I'm just going to stay on board with Recoil for now, because he's come to the DRS zone and he is literally riding Redmond at the moment. Like a bucking bronco almost. He's going to be wanting to get this done quickly. Jamie the Key actually.
Yeah, he's going to get him down the front straight, unless he gets a bad exit here. Actually, gap's down to 3 seconds
goes really
now between
close.
Dame and
Redmond
Jeff.
hits the grass.
As the hards to Jeff just dropped off too much. Proven Lights takes the inside line on.
Yeah, Jamie the Key's got him there. And smart move there. He's no point back, and he's going to
of
go
course,
himself
if
time.
Jeff's tyres have fallen off, how'd Proven Lights tyres have done 21 laps?
Well, yeah. So Recoil now half a second still behind Redmond. These two glued together on track. It's like you said before. It just looks like Recoil doesn't have the straight line speed because he can get close to cars and he clearly has the pace. You get to the straights and he just can't get past them. He's just struggling with that straight line speed, like you said before.
Recoil could have perhaps set up his car for more of a leading setup, like how the Red Bulls used to do it.
Yeah.
They'd have the obviously the
definitely.
shorter 7th gear, wasn't really designed for overtaking as much.
Yes. They've got to say Damey is speedy. Yeah. So yes, Dame has got some speed. He's running out of laps though. Is Dame, and his tyres are not getting any younger.
Still seems like he's catching roughly a second or like 8/10 a lap.
Yeah, Verstappen's taking chunks out of Dame though as well now. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I mean, who do you think is going to get this? I mean, they're all coming together pretty quickly now as the tyres go off.
Well, looking at the last lap times here, it seems like Dame's doing. His laps up there was 24.6. Jeff's doing. I think he's picked up the pace a little bit. It's on a 25.1, only half a second that lap actually. Honestly, I think this depends. I think Harvard will fall off even worse. Then obviously it soars Dame's tyres, and I think the way they're starting to affect Dame was also Verstappen's taking it from 5.8 down to 4.2 now in the last couple of laps. This could be three-way battle on the last lap. Could be. I think for now the smart bet would be to pick over the driver in front, so I'm going to pick Jeff.
Yeah, he's looking good, and of course he has the
even
advantage of no penalties.
There's up to 2 laps to go. Anything can happen. I mean, this is Formula 1. I mean, literally anything could happen.
Yellow flag somewhere.
Jeff's tyres could
an
go
AlphaTauri
pop,
that went
obviously what they
slowly.
don't. I mean, anything could happen. Dame could possibly lose it, even Verstappen, all 3 of them could lose it through turn 11 and 12. Could all
Jesse's
lose
put in the
it,
chat the 38-year-old doing it for the old dogs. I'm loving it. Yep.
Anything can happen. As we've seen there,
Jesse's...
though, Jeff Massage with 25-3, Dame with 24-7, so what, 6 attempts, that he's still closing in.
Dame just a second and a half, and he took a chunk out of Jaffmaster Flash then. Did Jaffmaster Flash make a mistake, or...?
I think with
big
Jeff
lock up
Master
again,
Flash's
those tyres are looking...
I think Jeff's struggling with the traction now. From what it appears like, just the instant traction, obviously with it being hard, you don't get the instant traction anyway, but it seems like just the instant traction and compared to the new set hards, the old ones is just even worse.
I think we're about to see as well. They've not had the best of races, but a battle for the final point with the
Recoil's up
with the
inside
racing
at turn
points.
3, spun!
Has he gone for it? Oh!
Actually, Stocky. Oh, GR8's in the
racing
pit.
points are gonna
So,
go toe to
that
toe.
is a telltale sign. GR8's pitted. His tyres are 1 lap less than Jeff Master Flash's and Proven Lights. Oh, but actually,
Yeah,
I think for the look of it, GR8 is getting a new wing, so there could have been potential damage. I'm unsure.
Storm in the chat, I'm not old alone. Join the 30 pluses, Storm. So, Jaff doing it for the 30 pluses at the moment, Dame doing it for the 20s. I don't know if it's Appin's age, sorry, so I can't comment.
Recoil
If it's a teen, it would be interesting.
Recoil,
I think Dame's going to run out of time, he's not.
Finally,
Not
yes,
closing now.
He's stayed about 1.5 seconds this lap. Actually, fast scoped and Proven
So
Light.
Mercedes gone. I think Arntz has spun. Yep, Arntz has lost it, unfortunately.
Oh,
I
fast
think he
scoped
was
a bit too
close to
wide
button.
there.
Fast
Back on board
scoped.
quickly, recoil. Oh, actually, the gap's at 1.2, in 9 tenths. 9 tenths.
Ooh, Dame within a second now. He has to get it done this lap, because he then needs to pull out a gap.
Actually, quickly, we're going to get a quick position change here. It looks like Proven Light's going to lose P5. Fast scopes up there inside, and it turns 3. He's got the move
leave
done.
the space.
Oh,
A little bit of contact, but that's fine.
Contact. Of course, you've got to remember that all the time you have to leave the space.
Ooh! Fast scope looked like it got a bit wobbly there.
Dame's just falling back a
Jeff
little
Flash
bit.
has broke the DRS.
1.1.
That is important for Jaff.
Oh,
He's broken the DRS.
He's retired. Oh, he's lost it. He's dropped
Where's he gone?
it.
Oh, ooh.
Oh, he's dropped
Ooh,
it.
that wheel.
He's, oh,
Ouch.
I'm gonna assume I think what's happened. I think he's been a bit too wide on the exit curve with that arsehole stuff. It's fishtail to the right, he's steered it and it's fishtail to the left. That's happened to me before. It is honestly it's a gut punch. Also though, Dame's 6
Dame now
tenths.
6 tenths.
Seems like he's
Still
struggling
holding
on
these
that
leaders
instant
now for the
traction,
final
though.
lap.
Seems like he's just not getting that traction now.
I don't want to go into penalties. I was going to see if I could see who made the most positions, but I don't want to ruin it for people with penalties. So, so
Verstappen,
Dame now just 3 tenths
14
behind.
positions up.
14 places. Yeah, we said at the start his race pace is going to bring him through, and it has done.
We did say
Dame was
also,
always over the end. Jack has to flash.
and before the start of the race as well, every race someone from toward the backs came through, got on the podium.
Of course. And in fact, our top 3, what were they in the grid? It was we had Recoil.
Oh, Jeff Master Flash locks up a little bit there. But as you can see, Dame's just not got the tyres.
Verstappen might have P2 actually. Of course, on countback, depending on penalties, Verstappen could get Dame at the end. We don't know what those penalties are. Jesse, who had pole, Recoil had pole, 7 tenths clear. Oh no! Dame! Dame's lost it!
I did see anything could happen.
Oh my god!
Oh, unbelievable
Scenes
scenes here.
here! Jaffmaster Flash is going to win on his ERN debut!
That
It's
gives
been a
Jamie the key.
brilliant
It's going to
race
be a
from
Williams
Jaffmaster Flash.
1-3. A Williams 1-3.
What a race! Jaffmaster Flash,
he goes
take
here.
a bow. 38-year-old hero wins here in Albert Park. Brilliant race from Jaffmaster Flash. Makes
Verstappen
the
with a
Wasta
great
work.
cover.
Verstappen. Oh, he already crossed the line. I nearly had another heart attack. Verstappen gets P2.
He's going to get P3. It's a double podium.
P3. Fast Scopes looks like he's going to come through.
Recoil.
No penalties.
Recoil.
Proven
Just
Light's
got
not far
Redmond on the
behind.
last corner. Redmond's
Oh, Redmond's lost it.
Oh, Redmond's
What is happening on the final lap here?
Oh.
I think Redmond's not going to lose any positions though.
He just got a
we get the
3-second penalty.
for
That
Codemasters.
is
Come on.
brutal.
Really?
Hoodies.
So Rico gets 6th. Redmond's holds on to 7th because this was a big gap back to him.
Who's going to win the battle of the racing points?
I've just noticed Button, who was a lap down, and this is for everyone that's if you decide to retire in the pits. Button was a lap down in last place and has finished with points.
I think they're going for a photo finish on the racing points.
Oh, that's a nice photo finish. Look at them two coming home together.
And
he let Stocky beat him. Was that an accident or? Rashi, that crash promotes Rashi, despite his incident earlier.
P10.
Of course, we don't know penalties because GR8 was closing on him quickly. One of those two is going to get the final point. Or is it going to be Rashi or GR8 as they cross the line? We're about to find out. The last point goes to GR8. Got it. GR8 gets the final point for AlphaTauri. Wow. I think we can catch our breath there. Dame. Mate, if you're in the chat. Oh, so sorry. What happened?
Oh, driver of the day. Oh.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, we'll vote on our driver of the day now. I mean, Verstappen came through from far down. Jaffmaster Flash made those tyres work. I think for me, I've got to give it to Verstappen to come from.
I think definitely
towards the back to
Verstappen
second place.
had a very good race. He was aggressive when he needed to be. I think I've still got to give it to Jaffmaster Flash though. Capitalised on the strategy, was at the front. Just waiting on the leaders to make some mistakes, capitalise on the mistakes. Obviously, Recoil lost a bit of time. Dame unfortunately crashing out at the end. I just think Jeff, as you can see it there, he drove a perfect race.
Let me see if I can get any of these into a chat.
I'm just trying to find Jeff Master Flash. I got him.
So, Jamie the Key is in already. So, we'll go through a quick rundown, and then if the guys that have been invited can add their audio. Jaffmaster Flash, brilliant race. Started P6, wins the race with the one-stop finish on the hards. Dame unfortunately loses it on the last lap. Verstappen coming through from 17th on the grid. We've seen some strange results so far, but yeah, 17th through to 2nd. Jamie the Gee rounds out the top 3 to get a podium. So 2 debutants in ERN, both driving for Williams, both finishing on the podium. Do we have the one and only, as your friend Jesse said in the chat, the 38-year-old man who has won on his debut, Jaffmaster Flash? Tell us how that was for you.
It was really good, mate. It was a battle. It definitely was. I was from about lap 19. Because I did the one stop from soft to hard. I could see Diane, was it, behind me on the softs, and I could see the time just clicking down. At one point, he had taken like a second and a half out of me, and I thought, this is going to go all the way to the wire. Around about lap 25, I asked Jeff about the car behind me, and he said he's on 8-lap-old softs, and I just knew that he was running out of grip. And then through the section with sector 2 and then into sector 3 with the DRS, I was watching him, and he was flat out and spun it on that section, and then it was just home on the last lap then, and a sigh of relief. It was really good though.
Yeah, massive, well done.
Thanks.
George, do you want to add anything to that?
Possibly just how the tyres at the end. It looked like at the end that you and Dame was both struggling for traction. I think just the soft tyres had unfortunately turned into ice cubes.
Yeah,
as opposed to your hards.
55% warm my hards were, so I don't know what Damon's was, because obviously the soft, the hard, I mean, I would imagine it was up around 60-70%. It's just, just really good.
Yeah, great race.
Thanks, it's just really good to win on the first try, like, it's really good.
Yeah,
of
Great
course
job.
as
Bahrain
well.
up next. What
Great
are your
race.
thoughts on Bahrain?
I'm looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. It's a circuit that I enjoy. I'm not too fast on wet. Like quali, it was in a wet. Not a very good wet driver, but in a dry, I'm okay-ish.
Yeah, it should stay dry for Bahrain.
Yeah, it should do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Stranger things.
Yeah, great race, mate.
Thanks,
Of
lads.
course,
Verstappen.
with
Did we get Verstappen in?
well done. I can't
Oh,
seem
sorry.
to get Verstappen in. So I was going to move on quickly because I was still trying to get him in. Obviously, Jeff Masterflash getting the great first win of the season, if I'm honest, but of course it's the first double podium of the season as well. So move on quickly. Jay's teammate, Jamie the G. Well done, buddy.
Thank you. I shouldn't be here. I should not be here. I really shouldn't.
You've got to be in it to win it.
I saw yellow. There's this weird yellow flag which just going around. It's like every single corner, yellow flag, yellow flag. And I was like, I just wouldn't believe in it. But then when I found I saw a McLaren in a wall. Just lucky, very lucky. But I did pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's a mad last lap.
Yeah, it was unbelievable scenes. I think we said a few times between me and Massey.
Yeah. So apart from obviously the last lap shenanigans, how was the race for you in general? Because you kept yourself out of trouble and came away with a podium. So just tell us how that went for you, really.
I had a bad few laps after the safety car restart. My teammate Ferrari, I think I hit him a little bit because I went a little bit in the grass. And I think I sort of clipped him a bit, so I got a penalty there. I really hope that it was just a little error. But penalties, I was kind of worried. But then I think a back marker kind of, there was a Red Bull kind of held up. And after an air, I got pretty lucky. But I'm happy.
Yeah, no, good effort, mate.
Happy with my podium. I don't get podiums often.
What? Well, there we go.
First one of
ERN
the season.
debutant, both Williams on the podium.
I
We'll be back
don't think
on.
we are getting Verstappen,
Sorry,
unfortunately. I don't think so. We could potentially get in Dame.
Not sure he's going to want to talk.
We could try.
Yeah, so obviously we've got our next race here in ERN is going to be Sunday at 5 p.m. as the Division 1 Superstars take back to the track in Bahrain. And then, of course, we have the Super Cup Sunday night. I think if someone's in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Suzuka that they're doing in the Super Cup, where it's ERN taking on TIR and Sim-Am. ERN got a first and third place in Australia in the first race, so great job from ERN there. I've been Massey, my partner in crime has been Psycho Swish. Join us on Sunday. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Man.